What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, your man, Stooks. Back at it with another video. And today we got another toxic tier list ranking for you. And if you guys recall, a few days ago on Thursday, on Saturday, I believe, actually, I saw Piece by Piece in theaters. And yes, I know I'm a little late to the party, but we had to deal with the hurricanes, so the movie theaters were closed. Almost everything was closed, so that's why I couldn't go see it. Anyways, and today we're going to do a tier list ranking of all the Lego movies ranked from the worst to the best. But before we get into actual beginning of the video, what's up, guys? Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Number one, it's absolutely free. Number two, also maybe help with the YouTube algorithm, recommend the video to more people. Maybe they could join the fam. And do feel free to comment your list down below. With that being said, guys, let's get right into and alright. Excuse me, I gotta take a burp. Anyways, I just burped. Sorry, excuse me. I don't know where I'm at right now. Alright, so as for the tiers, we have best of the best, which means they're like 5 stars. They're a perfect movie. I love them to death. Great means they come close to best of the best, but there's like a minor flaw holding it back. Toxic goodness means it was a solid Lego movie. And okay means like overall it was a mixed bag. There was some fun to be had, but then there was also some stuff I didn't like at all. And then toxic trash means dumpster fire, the worst Lego movies. And this is of course all specifically Lego theatrically released movies. So, okay, I'm going to save the ones that are going to be the most difficult to rank for last. So, with that being said, starting things off, we have the Lego Ninjago movie. And to be honest with you, I have not watched the TV show much. I've watched probably like maybe 2 episodes or the end of an episode, but I've never really watched the Ninjago show. However, going into the movie, I was kind of going, okay, let's see what you got. So I went to see it in 2017 when I was a little bit younger, and I think it's okay. I'm not going to put toxic goodness because I think the big issue this one has is I think for people that haven't watched much of Ninjago, they expect you to know the basic consensus with the story in the movie, but it doesn't really give you that, if that makes sense. But there's still some fun to be had in here. I like the character of Garmadon and Lloyd. I think they're a dynamic between father and son, where father is eventually thrown into the situation with his son where they aren't on the best of terms, but he eventually comes around and comes back to his family and be the father he wants to be, if that makes sense. It like that. I thought that part was cute and sweet. All the other Ninjago members, I don't really remember anything stand out about them. Like, they didn't get a whole lot to shine. Like, Master Wu, I think that's what the guy's name is. The main dude, the sensei that teach them all. I think he gets moments to shine, but pretty much everyone else besides Lloyd, Garmadon, and Master Wu, everyone else doesn't really... They get their moments, but they aren't fully developed as characters, if you know what I'm saying. But it's still watchable, so I'm gonna put it in the okay tier, which that might be angering towards Lego Ninjago fans of the TV series. I'm sorry. Next up we have the newest movie on this list that I mentioned I saw Saturday, and that being Piece by Piece, the Pharrell Williams biopic into Lego form, but it's also a musical. This one I will put in toxic goodness. I overall liked it. Did I love it? No. I just like to point out I did not know much about who Pharrell Williams was going into this one. I just knew that he sang a couple of the songs that I listened to. Most importantly, the Despicable Me soundtrack, Happier, and no, not Happier. Happier is by Marshmello. What am I saying? Happy and what was the other song that I knew he sang? Okay, I blanked out. I forgot what the last song was that I heard he did. But you get it, you get it. So I watched in this one kind of blind, not knowing his story, and I think overall was a pretty solid biopic. Is it one of my favorite biopics? No. Let's go into the cons. I think the movie overall does drag a bit after you kind of get his career tracking, get Pharrell Williams career tracking. I think it kind of drags in the middle a little bit. And also, I think so it tries to bring in everyone that is important to Pharrell into the story and how they were important because they helped him get famous, basically. I feel they could have montaged by that pretty fast, but they decided to kind of set itself on the particular people that helped that were influential in Pharrell's lives. Like we all saw it in the trailer, so this isn't a spoiler, but Snoop Dogg and then also some other people too. So it feels they give each of them 5 minutes to explain why for what how they ended up meeting Pharrell, if that makes sense. So I wish they could have montage past that like a little bit faster. But anyways, still good. And I also enjoyed quite a few of the musical numbers in here. So that goes there. Next up, we got the Lego Movie, the second part. I'll just as a point of reference, I have not seen this movie since I saw it in theaters back in 2019, but it is still very fresh in my memory. Lego Movie Part 2, I'll put in the back of okay. That's probably my least favorite of all these Lego movies. I think I enjoyed the colorful vibes they have to it. It's interesting that it's a musical now. However, it feels kind of like Emmett, sorry, I cannot speak, gets sidelined in this movie until the final act with his, of course, with Rex. So, Wild Style gets a little more moments to shine in here. So I thought that was overall cool. I think the real life sequences were downgraded with the family this time around compared to the first movie. And overall, it's just okay. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. So it goes there. Next up, we got the first one. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. I don't know where I'm going to put this because I will be honest with you. Best the best, I say, for like my favorites of all time. I don't think I'll put any of these in my favorite of all time, but I will admit the best is probably the Lego Movie. I think it was very unique for the time. I remember it's everyone was expecting it to be bad, and it surprisingly was really, really good. I have a very memorable experience that I keep near and dear to my heart. That when I saw this movie, when I was in kindergarten, I believe kindergarten or first grade, one of the two. Anyways, I saw it with a friend. It's not really a very fun, memorable experience because a little later on when I was sitting like at a dine-in movie theater or whatever, I forgot what it was. Later, I ended up throwing up and missed the last part of the movie, so I didn't get to see it all, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks. Yeah, there were a couple. I remember seeing this with a friend, so I enjoyed it mostly up to the point where I threw up. The the soundtrack's of course great with everything is awesome being a standout, and overall really liked the story, and I also enjoyed Lord Business as a villain. He was a very guilty pleasure villain for me. So the first Lego movie goes in the great tier. And then next up we got the Lego Batman movie, and yes, I'm gonna put it in great as well. Overall, this was also really good too. This was a different interpretation of the character of Batman with his backstory and what truly is affecting him as a character. Where you find out that he's actually really lonely, and the person that made the movie really understood the character and tried to give it a more family-friendly edge to it, which he did a good job on. Will Arnett does good as voicing Batman, of course. Zach Galifianakis. I mean, can you blame me for mispronouncing his name? It's a weird name. Don't get me wrong, I think he's hilarious, but oh my goodness. Zach Galifianakis is also really fun as the Joker in here too. This also includes some other movie characters in here in the Warner Brothers universe, and they get featured too, which I thought that was pretty surprising that they were added in there. So yeah, overall it's great. I will put it in the great tier. I don't know. That and the first Lego movie are tied for me for my favorites. I'll have to eventually think about which one I love the most. But overall, I think all these movies are not bad, and all of them aren't 5 stars, but I still like the majority of them. The bottom 2 I think are okay. They're watchable, but they're anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this toxic tier list ranking of all these Lego movies ranked from the worst to best. Be sure to let me know your list down below. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all next one, everybody.